Hi, I'm Alex McCord, and welcome to The Real Deal on TheStir.com. Today we have the premiere of Dance Mom's spin-off, Abby's Studio Rescue, featuring Abby Lee Miller and a lawsuit that could bring down reality TV as we know it. Also, we've got more MTV's Catfish, the Miranda and James story, which is the messiest one I've ever seen. First, let's jump into Dance Moms. The last time I checked in on Abby Lee Miller and company, she was being sued by former cast member Kelly for $5 million. Kelly is angry that she wound up looking bad on TV, and she sued not only Abby, but the producers as well. This lawsuit is still ongoing, but if Kelly wins, it could change reality TV as we know it, because it would throw out the clause in every single show's contract that you can't sue producers. That would mean that Housewives can sue Bravo, that all of those silly girls who want to marry Harry could sue Fox. It means lawyers would make money. I mean, hey, maybe there's a reality show in that. Former cast members all suing each other? Could be interesting. Anyway, Dance Moms is currently on a mid-season break, returning in late July. So meanwhile, Lifetime has rewarded Abby with a spin-off. It's a takeover show just like Hotel Hell, Tabitha's Salon Takeover, and Kitchen Nightmares. Pick a struggling dance studio and whip it into shape. Roar, berate, renovate. This week it is Marlena's Triple Threat Studio in Warwick, Rhode Island. Of all the takeover shows, I'm calling Abby out for the least substance. The whole hour was full of catchy one-liners repeated over and over again. If I hear, "It's our last chance to dance," one more time, I think I want to stick a fork in my eye. You can see right through the lines that the show is edited to death. There is simply no way that dancers would fall down that much. I feel like they filmed for hours and picked the worst bits. Also, studio owner Marlena says to Abby, "You're exaggerating things," when they speak. And I'm surprised the editors left that in, because of course they are exaggerating things. But it all goes back to how they cast these businesses to participate in the first place. It is a lot easier to show a huge change if you pick a business that is basically good to begin with a couple of easily fixable flaws. First, you edit it to look horrible, as bad as possible, and then by the end, you edit it to look great. The main turnaround I saw here was cosmetic, and that's the biggest plank of their show. I'm sure that in order for Lifetime to greenlight it, they had to have a list of vendors willing to donate material. And Abby's got floors, painters, contractors, equipment manufacturers all ready to donate to the studios. With that, I noticed that this show is very much a commercial. Not only does the dance studio get publicity, but every single vendor does as well. Let's break this down. The price of donating a floor is thousands, but what are they getting for it? Abby mentioned on the show that the floor in this case was about $30,000. Well, a 30-second commercial on cable TV will cost you about $80,000, and that is only buying the airtime. That is not the cost of producing the commercial, the talent, a celebrity endorsement. All of that would be a lot more. So not only did the vendor save $50,000 in goods, but they got the ad and Abby's endorsement on top. Fantastic deal. The vendors were not the only ones advertising as well. This is the first time I've ever seen a reality show where the star in a talking head has their Twitter handle underneath their face. Also, every single commercial break, we were reminded that the parent show, Dance Moms, comes back in late July. This is the reality show equivalent of Easy Money, shooting fish in a barrel. Speaking of fish, let's go catfishing. I tell you what, last night's drama between Miranda and James was the messiest episode I have seen all season. What did you think? Frankly, up to now, I had been surprised that so many of these catfishing expeditions actually turned up real people hiding behind their screen names. I've been shocked that Neve and Max have found so many internet lurkers willing to come clean and show their faces on camera, on MTV no less. So, finally, we get an episode that to me seems a little bit more real. It's messy, it's convoluted, it needed some major dramatic oomph. Finally, we get to see what the Catfish editors are made of. We begin with Miranda, who fits the profile, lonely, going through a rough time at home, ripe for any sort of online shenanigans. And enter Cameron. Wait. No, it's James. Wait, no, we're not sure who is on the other end of the phone line, but whomever it is, Miranda's been talking to them for 3 years. Throughout the hour, James is quite elusive, but Neve and Max offer up some options, and here they are. James number 1 is a normal guy on Facebook. I wonder how he feels about being dragged onto MTV with zero connection to the situation. In a way, James number 1 was catfished by Catfish. James number 2 is a sex offender in prison. Oh, the drama. They brought him in for high stakes. But the truth is, if he's in prison, there's no way he would have the flexibility to email and call and chat all the time. It just wouldn't happen. James number 3, hello, is connected to the phone number from the calls. Okay, 2 things for me here. How did they get a full hour out of this? I mean, first, Miranda tells Neve and Max at the beginning that she watches the show all the time and she's been using all their tools to try and suss out who this person really is, such as Google photo searching. She was able to unmask the guy's first identity. So Neve and Max, in a way, are doing themselves out of a job by teaching every teenaged viewer how to investigate their chat room buddies to make sure they are legit. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's actually good. Maybe it's a renaissance for best practices when it comes to online communications and chatting. Kind of like doctors in the 1800s thinking that, oh, maybe we should wash our hands first. Miranda had all the tools but couldn't force a meeting. But see, that is where having MTV behind her helps. Having the network, the cameras, the producers all saying, come on, meet, maybe lures the catfish out of hiding. Well, it takes 3/4 of the episode for Neve and Max to do what Miranda should have done first, Google up the phone number. Finally, they're in contact, and of course, James, whom we actually know now is a woman named Gabby, doesn't show up. But in a final interesting twist, what is the one thing that Cameron/James/Gabby all have in common? Well, they're the same person, but they're also the same voice on the other end of the line. The voice is what Miranda fell for, the listening, the talking. Maybe it should not be so shocking that 1 month later, Miranda and Gabby are Skype buddies. No matter who he or she is, they've been talking for 3 years. And it's nice to see that whether Gabby is a hot blonde surfer dude or an African-American woman with glasses, Miranda's able to see past the physical, past the gender, and keep the connection. Isn't that interesting? I think Neve and Max should do a 1 year later special revisiting the craziest catfishing stories. What do you think? Would you watch that? Let me know what you thought in the comments. For now, I am Alex McCord. You are watching The Real Deal on thestir.com. Click subscribe on YouTube, follow and comment and share, and I will see you tomorrow.